In this set of videos, we're going to be taking a look at the addition and subtraction of fractions. Now, you need to know that one thing is critical in order to add fractions together to make one big fraction. You must be able to find a lowest common denominator. If I want to find a common denominator, then I need to take a look at the factors that I have been given in the denominators. Remember, there are three different types of factors that you can get: a number factor, a variable factor, and a bracket factor. In this case, I have a variable factor and a bracket factor, and both of these are as simple as they can get. Finding the LCD, I need to find the greatest number of each type of factor. Well, as there is only one A, I choose A, and as there is only one bracket of A plus 1, I must choose that too. Remember that A plus 1 is a bracket factor, and you cannot separate the A and the 1 so that you use the A as you've used for the variable factor. Now, when I use my LCD, what I need to do is I need to find a common denominator. The common denominator is going to be exactly what I've chosen for my LCD, and so that is going to be A plus 1. Right now, I also want you to notice that from my LCD, I'm going to get a second thing, and that is restrictions on my fractions. I'm never allowed to have a zero denominator, and so I have two restrictions here as I've chosen two factors in the LCD. The A cannot be equal to 0, and the A plus 1 cannot be equal to 0. If A plus 1 cannot be equal to 0, the A can also not be equal to minus 1. Now going back to my sum, in my first fraction I just had an A in my denominator, so if I change its denominator to put in an A plus 1 factor, I must do the same to its numerator. The numerator was a 1, so now I times the old numerator by the new factor. Going on to my second fraction, I had A plus 1 in my denominator, so the A is the new factor, so I take my old numerator and times that by the new factor in the denominator. Simplifying this, I'm going to have A minus A plus 1, which gives me 1 all over my common denominator, which we have already discovered is going to be A and then A plus 1. Don't bother to simplify the denominator, leave it as factors.